Welcome guys, Cambosta here. As you all know, Nigeria just concluded its 2023 election last Saturday. I can tell you guys that Inec did a total failed job. Okay, Inec, which is the Independent National Electoral Commission, is the electoral body responsible for organizing and conducting elections in Nigeria. And with videos circulating online, it is clearly evident that Inec failed Nigerians, okay, in this electoral process, in the election as a whole, the counting system, the voting system. In fact, even before announcing the winner, they have failed. And so clearly everything is showing that the whole electoral process has been tailored to favor a particular party or a candidate.
You can see the figures.
But in your area, you must have observed some of these electoral malpractices, and here are a few that you can mention to the right authorities. Okay, one, it is important to know that elections are complex processes with many variables, and there may be instances where mistakes or irregularities occur. However, do channel your accusations properly to the right investigation system, especially if you have specific concerns or evidence of fraud or wrongdoing. Now, report to the official channels, okay, and don't take matters into your hands. Now, electoral bodies are responsible for ensuring that elections are free, fair, and credible.
And this was changed to
these are implications or accusations that you can report. One, voter suppression. If there is evidence that the electoral body deliberately allowed the suppression of voters' rights, that should be reported, such as denying eligible voters, allowing ineligible voters,
from 200
destruction or closing of certain polling stations, removals of voters from the electoral register, intentionally delaying or denying the issuance of voters' card. And these are things that can be reported. Electoral fraud. If there's any evidence of electoral fraud, such as ballot box stuffing, vote buying, intimidation of voters, or tampering with election results, if you have evidence of this, you can report. Now, inaccurate or incomplete voter registration. If there's evidence that the electoral body's voter registration process was flawed, such as the inclusion of ineligible voters, exclusion of eligible voters, or the manipulation of voter registration process to favor a particular candidate or party, and this can be reported. Now, the failure of the electoral body to ensure a level playing field for all parties, and there's any evidence that the electoral body is favoring one party or one candidate over the other from the aforementioned method, or anyone that you feel is part of it, you can also complain. Now, management or mismanagement of the electoral process. Now, if there is evidence of mismanagement of the electoral process, such as technical glitches with electronic voting system, inadequate or biased training of the electoral officials, or a lack of transparency in the electoral processes, these are what can be reported. Now, it is important to know that these are just examples, and any evidence of irregularities or wrongdoing should be channeled thoroughly. After thorough investigation, should be channeled to the right authority. Personally, under my own observation, these are the ways Inec have failed us, or Inec failed us. Number one, Inec did not plan. Inadequate planning and preparation. Their planning and preparation were just towards favoring a particular candidate, that they even failed to complete the process. Imagine, the election was supposed to take place from a certain time to another time, but it had to be extended due to wrong planning. Inadequate polling units or polling station. They closed down some good polling station for reasons best known to them, and then polling stations where there are little access to certain citizens, well known to them also. Technical glitches. Imagine the battery of polling system dying. That's not an excuse. It's a failure on the part of Inec. Corruption. That one cannot be overemphasized in Nigeria. Any electoral body that is corrupt, Inec number 1, should be scrapped out. Lack of transparency. Okay, the whole electoral process is not just, it's not fair, it's not transparent. Now, this includes attempts to manipulate the electoral body by certain parties and individuals, or to influence the outcome of the election, also by certain parties or individuals. Inadequate security. In certain areas, INEC failed to provide securities at the polling units, and I saw some videos where I call them INEC officials were threatening those that wanted to vote for a certain party, saying that if they are not there to vote for another party, voting is not by force. Like, why? You are an official. Another way they feel is political interference. They allowed the ruling party and other parties with extreme power or overpower structure. Nigerians like to use the word structure. Parties with structure to influence the results in certain ways that are not fair. Okay, so these are ways that I observed INEC have failed us. And if you have any other way, if you have videos, evidence, please share. If you have any comments, do not hesitate to drop it. Now, if you have not checked out my previous videos, please do so now and invite your friends over. Share this page, guys. Subscribe and like this video. Thank you for listening. Scam Buster out. Bye.
Yesterday, and I discovered that we have 987,647 registered voters in Ekiti, and 301,558 accredited. And since we have 301,558 accredited, the result as presented yesterday, APC had 201,494. If you subtract that from 301,
Oh, but I feel the hotness for here like this.